Good afternoon to one and all. This is Dr. K. Pushpa Rani, Associate Professor, Department of Computer Science and Engineering, MLR Institute of Technology. In this video, we are going to discuss about the probabilistic analysis. As the name implies, we need to analyze the algorithm. So, in terms of by taking the measurement as probability. So, in the case of analysis of algorithm, probabilistic analysis of algorithm depends upon the computational complexity, or it is a computational problem. We are going to analyze how much of time is taken by the algorithm, how much of memory is allocated for that algorithm. We need to calculate the computational problem. The computational problems, we are going to analyze the algorithm based on the probability. Probability is nothing but how many chances are there for getting the particular outcome. So suppose there is six possibilities for dice. If you throw the die, then there are six possibilities. That may be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there is a 6 chances are there. Based on the assumption, we need to decide how much of time is taken by the algorithm. What is the probability of getting 4 if you throw the die 1 time? What is the probability of getting 6 if you throw the die 2 times? Based on the computational problems, we are going to decide how much of time is taken, how much of complexity is taken. But so in the case of probabilistic analysis, depends upon the 2 cases. First case is called as in the case of probabilistic analysis, one is a randomized algorithm. Second one is another one is a deterministic algorithms. There are 2 types of probabilistic analysis. If you consider as a deterministic algorithm, the complexity will be estimated based on the average case. Okay, in the case of deterministic algorithms, like we are going to decide what is the possibility of getting 6. That is the average case. In the case of deterministic algorithm, we need to measure the estimating the time complexity based on the average case. So there are how many outcomes are there? There is a 6 outcomes are there. For 6 outcome, how many times you are going to throw the die? That is a 1 time. So probability of getting 4 may be 1 or it is a 0. 1 plus 0, total number of 1 time, we will getting the possibility of 1. That is the average case complexity. That means deterministic algorithms, we need to measure the time complexity based on the average case. Suppose the work is distributed to the persons, okay, that is 3 persons. One person can completed their work within 2 days. Another person take 4 days, another person takes 6 days. That is 4 is the average case. Maybe he can complete either by 2 days or it takes 5 days, but it is in average case. So in the case of non-deterministic algorithm, we can measure the time complexity based on the average case. In the case of probabilistic analysis, we need to measure the time complexity based on the randomized steps. In the case of randomized step, how many times we can distributing the input? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How many times we are going to throw the die? 1 time. So randomly we are going to generate 1. Randomly we are going to generate 4. Randomly we are going to generate 5. So suppose randomly 4 is generated, this randomization steps we are going to consider as a time complexity, randomized step. But in the case of average case, we need to take how many times we are going to throw the die, what is the possibility of getting the corresponding event. Based on that, we need to measure the time complexity. But in the case of randomized algorithms, we are going to take the input distribution. How many times we are going to distributing the events. According to that, how many times there is a possibility of getting the random number. Based on that, we need to measure the time complexity. For getting clear understanding, consider, suppose if you want to hire an assistant, office assistant, that is we are going to conduct an interview for n number of candidates. N may be 3 or n may be 4. N equal to 4 candidates. So we are going to select the worst person as a best. Initially no best person, that's why best is 0. We need to do the interview for first person to nth person. Okay, do the interview candidate I, means first person. If the candidate I is better than the candidate best, suppose already existing candidate is best, we are assuming that existing candidate is best, but after interview we need to choose the first candidate is better than the best, then we are going to select the first candidate as a best. We need to hide that candidate. Like that, we need to repeat for n number of candidates. N equal to 4 means we are going to do the 4 candidates as an interview. Each and every step we need to, so this previous best step has been changed. So this is a randomization. That is a randomization. So first you are do the first candidate as an interview. First candidate will be selected. Again do the second candidate. So compared to the previous candidate, the first current candidate is best. Again we need to hide the candidate. This is a randomization. That means randomly we are going to choose the input and we are going to select the best candidate. So based on that we need to decide who is the best candidate. After 4 candidates are interviewed, best person will be hired as a office assistant. That means selecting all possibilities. We are checking all the possibilities like 1 is best or 2 is best, 3 is best, 4 is best, 5 is best, 6 is best. Among all the 6 possibilities, we are going to select the best quality as an office assistant. The number of input distributions has to be done for selecting the best candidate. Based on that, we need to estimating the time complexity. That is called as a probabilistic analysis. So what is a probabilistic analysis? And already we discussed one example how the probabilistic analysis is done based on the 2 measurements. One is for non-probabilistic analysis. We are going to follow the average case time complexity. For probabilistic analysis, we need to follow the randomized time complexity. Based on these 2, we are going to estimate how much of time is taken by the particular algorithm. So to choose the best algorithm, we need to always concentrate on the 2 performance metrics. One is called as a space complexity. Another one is a time complexity. Any algorithm takes less time for improvement for the algorithm, or any algorithm takes less memory, that is the best algorithm. Thank you.